This tutorial is going to be a stitch called the lemon peel stitch, and it is a single crochet and a double crochet alternating, and I like to pull from the outside of the yarn in case it has a knot on the inside. So I'm going to start with a slip knot. A 5mm hook. I'm going to chain 35. You can chain any number you want as long as it is an odd number. I have 35 chains. I'm going to be working in the back bump. So if you're looking at your row and you turn it, you can see the bumps that stick up. That is where I'm going to insert my hook. You're going to skip the first chain. So in the second chain from the hook, that one right there, I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to do a single crochet into that stitch, that loop. Then a double crochet in the next loop. Single crochet. And a double crochet. And you repeat that pattern all the way down the row. Single crochet, double crochet, repeat all the way down, and your last stitch should be a double crochet. Last stitch, double crochet, if you turn it over, you can see that there is little bumps on the back side. So because when you crochet this, the design ends up being on the back side, this doesn't make a very good stitch for doing in the round, because when you go in the round, you would, to get this stitch to show on the outside of it, like if you had a basket or a purse, you would have to crochet backwards from where you normally would. So like if this is your basket, then you would have to crochet going like that. And you can do that, but I find when I crochet backwards like that, it hurts my shoulder really bad. So this stitch works better in things that are rows that go back and forth, like a dish rag, a pot holder, a blanket. This was a really good stitch for a baby blanket. Obviously you would need a thicker yarn and a bigger hook, but it does make a really pretty blanket. So now when you get to the end, I am going to move my tail to the top of my row so that it's easier to work it in. And then you chain one, turn your work, and you do the same thing that you did before. So you start with a single crochet. I'm going to work that tail in. And because you ended your row with a double crochet, your single crochet in the first stitch in your next row will go into your double crochet. So then when you do your next stitch, which is a double crochet, it goes into a single crochet. So what gives it the pattern is that every single crochet is going to be worked into a double crochet from the row before, and every double crochet will be worked into a single crochet from the row before. So just go back and forth with your single crochet and double crochet until you have the size that you want your dishcloth to be, or whatever project you're doing. If you're making a blanket or something else, just keep going. That's how you do the lemon peel stitch. Just make sure that your chain, initial chain, is an even number, an odd number. And then because you skip one, you end up with even number stitches when it's finished. And each row starts with a single crochet, and every row ends with a double crochet. Okay, this is the last stitch. If you need to use stitch markers to mark where the first stitch in each row is, that would be helpful if you're new to crocheting. That's the end of my second row. So you can see that because the double crochet makes a bump on the opposite side from where you're crocheting, since you're doing rows, then your bump will be every other row on each side, and you're going to have a nice pattern. Okay, I have finished my rows. I'm going to just tie off, put a knot at the end, and then I'm going to weave in my tail.